He comes in an hour and 20 minutes later. Good morning, everybody.
Can I get a water?
Good morning, Isaac Khan.
Good morning, Yosef
Good morning, Yosef Cooperman. Good morning, Shalom. Yes, you can have a water bottle.
Later.
We'll talk about it.
You don't need to talk. Like, you can just say.
Oh, I don't have to talk about it?
You don't.
Okay, Precious Shmini. We are in the fourth reading already? Whew.
It was 2:10 yesterday. Right?
Cannot be that it's Wednesday already. So it could be. All right. So, Boker Stove, everybody. Fourth reading, Leviticus 10, 12 through 15. What? 3 psukim for today's reading? That's crazy. It's got to be the smallest aliyah in the Torah, probably. 3 psukim. All right. Moses comforted Aaron and his sons over the death of Nadav and Avihu. Even though it is normally forbidden for a priest who is in mourning to officiate, Moses instructed Aaron and his 2 surviving sons to continue with the sacrificial service, including eating their designated portions of the sacrifices as an exceptional case. Interesting. You're right. The Torah is Lashon Hara. It's supposed to teach us day-to-day life stuff. To be applicable today. So why would the Torah say an exceptional case? Which means that it's not always like that. Okay. I'm intrigued on where it will go. Wow. So, okay.
I try to wake you up. I don't think the hour makes much of a difference, except make you a little more tired. If you were to wake up early, like, you'd feel a little bit like you're kicking off your day with like a bang. It's hard. It's not easy for the beginning, but like you'll feel good about it after a little bit. I think. It's not. I'm saying, like, even now it wasn't easy for me to get up. Like, once I'm up, it's like, yeah, I got up before everyone enough. It's not like I have to start my day. I'm choosing to start my day. Like, that's a choice. And also you can just decide not to make that choice on some days, but you should try it. You could try it. I should try it.
Your nose is broken.
Why were they making? Yeah, what's the reason for this? Why were they continuing to officiate if they're mourning? Especially, like, I don't know, you're dealing with like very holy things, and then like, this is something I feel like we don't mess with, because like there's a lot of laws regarding this. And I'll just read one. Listen in the supernatural. V'achalta ma'isa ki chen suvi spacey. Moses said to Aaron and his sons, "You must eat your portions of the sacrifices, for so I have been commanded by God." Want to see?
Yeah. So I wouldn't have been up if it wasn't that Tom was taking me out in a half hour. Sometime like that. I'd have slept in for another 2 hours, of course. I'm just today. I don't know. I went to sleep at 11 o'clock, probably for the first time in a long time. Like around 11 o'clock. Because I couldn't watch anything on my phone because my screen's broken and I wasn't interested in putting on a headphone. Then 2 o'clock I wake up. I say, okay, it's like 6 a.m. I'm like, next thing I know, it's only 2 a.m. I'm like, what? It's not 6 a.m. Because I felt so rested, whatever. Because I thought it would be like 7. I just saw light, but I didn't see light outside, so I realized, oh, it's like probably like 2. So then when I went back into bed after I took a little piss, I'm just right now. I just want to relax. I'm upset. My phone died dead. I'm depressed. I don't have a phone. It's the worst part of my life. I think I'm probably gonna have to waste $60 on a new phone that works, so that I could survive till I get a little more money. Buy a nice phone. Smile. You know, I want to see you smile, bro. Come on.
Sounds really tough. Vayikra Yud Yud Gimel was the pasuk that you read. The normal rules governing the behavior. Is that Yetzi? Yetzi, is that you? Yaha. The normal rules governing the behavior of the priests were suspended on the 8th day of the installation rites because the day's essential message was that God can override his own rules. Whereas the number 7 signifies the natural order, the number 8 signifies the miraculous transcendent of natural order. Transcendence.
Yo, put away your
Good
phone.
morning. Good morning. He doesn't have a phone for 10 seconds, and all of a sudden he's telling people to put away their phones. Right, so first of all, because the Abish just said, if Hashem says, then they're going to continue. Also, I didn't mention, I believe I mentioned yesterday sometime, I'm trying to remember when, is that when the Beis HaMikdash was established and they were inaugurating the Beis HaMikdash, Shlomo Melech was, basically they didn't fast on Yom Kippur. Like they just celebrated and were drinking wine and eating meat and stuff. This is a big celebration. It's an exception to the rule.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I might leave early, like in a few seconds.
Yeah.
I'm gonna probably join back soon. Is there a way I can go with Sri on Mike? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's your turn.
No.
Well, actually,
I didn't lock it. I don't think.
They didn't?
Did lock it. I don't think it's an exception to the rule. Like it's like part. Whatever. Exception. He's coming. He's coming. He's going around the back.
Oh, this is for the bouquet.
No. The normal rules governing the behavior. Did someone read that? I wasn't really paying attention. To the next one. Nevertheless, there could have been a miraculous 8th day of the tabernacle's inauguration without the preceding 7 non-miraculous days. This is because God makes his miraculous intervention in life dependent on us. Yeah, like that's the thing I was thinking about when I was in Wilkes-Barre. Like I was thinking, like all the miracles that we have, they're not like, you know, superheroes flying through the air with like, you know, or something like that. It's like real life just happening in a way that just doesn't make sense. Like that's it. Like this water's not gonna, you know, start rising up. Like that's rare instances. That only happens like, I don't know the rule to it, but whatever. But like things will fall into place that, like, if things were just random, they wouldn't fall into place. That's really what a miracle is.
Miracle Isaac's here.
Shmully.
Hey, good morning. I don't know, nothing to say. I don't usually have anything to say unless I have something to say. So yeah, basically. Yeah. Morning, everyone. How about
You don't want to speak your mind or
anything on my mind? Thanks.
okay, good morning everyone. Coops, good morning. You look mad comfortable in that blanket. Okay, that's funny. Good morning. You know what? Yeah, I just lost my train of thought. But what I am gonna say is that okay, let's just talk. You were talking about miracles. And Isaac, I forgot you. I had something to say when you were talking. I just forgot what you said, so I don't remember. In that case, yeah, that's when we need notepads. Very good. Yeah, so I'm gonna pass for now. When I think of something to say, I'm gonna say it. It's good to see you all.
It's good to see you too. I don't get, what is this hike? Like, why? You don't take breaks on class for a hike. You learn, because, you know, I would not take a break. Like, difference between 1000 Fees class and a 90s class. 1000 Fees class, I'd be just say, yo, no hike, let's just go to Cambridge. You know, that's where he goes all day. But Miracle is great. Like, the whole thing, like, miracles, like, a miracle could happen, but God, like, he's not gonna go publicize that this thing happened. He's not gonna like he makes miracles in crazy ways, but he doesn't show everyone that it's like a crazy miracle. He doesn't like make superheroes.
عبيد والله يا لك يوم طوب احلى يوم اليوم
هلال
كل احترام يا حبيبي
هلال.
So
It's my
miracle.
turn. Oh
No.
Miracles are that, like, I think it's a miracle that Isaac's here. It's a miracle that everyone in Jets is here, to be honest. You may, because why all of a sudden will that happen, that leads us to Jets? That's what you call a miracle. It's a miracle that you stayed here.
It's a good point, and we definitely should look into what is a miracle. And we have gone on that journey last year, right? The whole idea of a miraculous nature, and Abba took a strong point in that, which was nice, and many of us actually did. But so we're saying that anything miraculous has to be preceded by nature, right? Yeah. 7 non-miraculous days is what enabled there to be a 8th miraculous day. Anyways, so in my mind, I was thinking, this is just what was going through my mind, is that it's so easy to see flaws in people and to criticize. And that's what my go-to. And it takes effort to change that. And I think that by putting in the effort, like, you know, sometimes I kind of feel like, you know, maybe just give up. It's just say what's on your mind, and that's it. But I think that by putting in the effort, the Eibishter could miraculously help me to see more good things in people and to judge favorably and different things. So the effort in the beginning, the effort in the start is worthwhile because it pays off more than whatever the effort that you put in. That's what's on my mind.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, if I don't believe that the miracle could happen, I don't think it could happen. I mean, like, all I gotta do is believe. That's it. That's the hardest part. You know, like, if I believe that I can do anything, I can do anything. But the belief part is literally just that's the fight. That's where the fight's at. Because once I believe in it, like, everything else falls into place. Like, the plan becomes mine. I'm able to follow like a set of steps, and I'm able to create my own steps because I see the goal. And then obviously with help, but like, that belief is really, really, really difficult to achieve. Like, it feels harder than anything like I'll ever do, because it's like, you know, this is the nature of it. This is the nature of anything. Like, who am I to change it?
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was Cena or me. Well, one thing I have to say is about what Coop said is that there's like certain. It seems like what he was trying to say. There's certain things you don't do during this, but especially because of what Jets stands for, and what from remember when I was back in Yeshiva, what I heard about Jets, they don't do the usual. Especially they try to go out. They try to find other ways and try different scenarios to whatever to get to the same goal that someone would if they sat in a room or if they sat in Zal and learn a 101 with someone who said this for 6 months versus you take a different kid and instead of doing that you go on a hike for 6 months every single day and you learn Chassidus or you talk something with him and they can both of them can both end up having great success in them. Pass.
All right. So, thank God with the help of Beulah, I wrote some stuff down. And what I wrote down was I think I had this idea for a long time, and it just kind of cleared out more last year when I was learning Pasach Yo. But we know that there's different like levels of miracles, right? There's Neflois, there's Nissim, there's I forgot them. Yeah, Shas and Nissim. I forgot, and we say it in lighting the menorah. We say the 3 levels, but even to the lowest level of actual nature itself is very miraculous, and I think non-Jewish people see it also. A baby being born is a very natural thing, but at the end of the day, everyone calls it the miracle of life. Like they know it's something that's unusual, as opposed to other levels of different miracles where there's watering a tree. So, it doesn't make sense that you pour water in the ground and from that we grow wood. Like what does the ground and water together and, a seed doesn't make any sense. Like why would branches and leaves grow from that? But we accept it. We decided to accept this miracle and we call it nature. I think if we got used to if water could split every day, I think we'd also call that nature.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum, ya habibi. Guys, just so you know, this is my Uncle Shai right here. This is he's the boss, the main man. This is our family model over here. She Mrs. Laid. This is Abdullah. And this is another guy, I don't know his name. And you guys, you don't understand what we did today. Like I wasn't at work yesterday, but look, this is what we did all today. I came back, they were so happy to see me. God, look at this, man. Before was this, and now we put new. Everything here is new. Everything. And then the Ambatya. Over here, we call this Mini Aza Minarot Shel Aza. That's where I dug up all the hole from. The hole, not hole. Hole. Sand, a bunch of sand I dug out like Aza, And then tomorrow we're going to put on some new walls and stuff. And upstairs, we're also building a new bathroom on the 3rd floor. Crazy stuff. And here's the 4th we're building for my cousin, my little cousin. And yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. The words were running from my foot. I hate saying this. I'm speaking Arabic, English, and Hebrew at the same time. It like messes with my brain sometimes.
Thanks, hello.
Me again. Miracles are miracles. I don't know. I'm really tired right now. I want to go to some couch. Whatever, pass.
Wow, good stuff. So 2 thoughts. One is in regards to what is nature and what is a miracle. So we're basically saying that the norm, something that's regular, that is nature, right? And something that's extraordinary, something that's extraordinary, that would be a miracle. Something that breaks the routine, something that's not the regular or the norm. So my thought went to the idea of a habit. It means a habit is your natural state, pretty much. Right? It's like how you go kind of automatically. And to break that habit would be a miracle. Breaking a habit and changing your routine, the regular that you would do, changing expectations, that's a miracle. So I really like that. Breaking a habit is a difficult thing, and if you manage to do that, that's a miracle. So going back to what we're saying, you put in the effort. Well, I put in the effort, and the Eibishter helps with a miracle. I like it. I really like it, which is actually true because in regards to habit, it says that habit becomes second nature. That's an interesting idea. And Abba, you brought a genius idea to my mind, and I'd rather wait till next turn to say it. So I will.
We always speak about God starting the world from nothing into something and always continuing to create it like that. And yeah, like you said about the seed, it's not something from nothing, but it's pretty close to that. I also saw this video. It's like this few-minute clip of basically this single cell creature turning into a full being, and like, yeah, there's no explanation for that. Like, even if you could say that, like, oh, there's an explanation for how the cell split into certain ways, and like, it makes sense. Like, it takes up a form that's so perfect that it's a living creature with its own consciousness. Like, yeah, that's unprecedented. No like scientist could ever come up with that. Yeah, like, you can't create a being with a consciousness in a lab, as far as I know. Maybe they can right now, but not without using pre-existing materials that already can do that. It's crazy. And I think that God actually might, to a certain extent, he gives us that power. God gives us that power to do that, but only like to a certain extent. And yeah, I think, yeah, like being able to change my nature would be like freaking miraculous. Yeah.
Shmuley.
I don't remember the line specifically. I mean exactly. But it's like a miracle is when something impossible, or maybe it is when something impossible happens, like something that so let's say, I don't know, you can make anything up, whatever it is, which is obvious, but I don't know. I just thought if maybe the line would come to me and it would sound good, but pass.
Just waiting for that click of the yeah. There it is. Thank you. So I had this. I wasn't arguing with Joyce. I actually was me, Mandy Siegelman, and Joyce were in her office, and Mandy wrote an article, whatever, and we got into this discussion, and she was saying how, nature, I'm saying she kept on saying she disagrees, but she understands where we come from and stuff like that. And her biggest point was that there's scientific reasons for things that happen. And I'm like, I just wanted to tell her. I didn't end up telling her because that wasn't the point of the conversation. But I wanted to tell her, like, and the scientific reasons for that, how does that make sense? Like, why do you think that that's nature? If there's a reason why water, earth, and a seed can create a branch and a tree, and there's reasons for it, and there's, use fancy words and stuff like that. I'm like, but that still doesn't make any sense. Like, why does that make more sense than the sun rising and setting, and like all these things? Like, there's reasons for it, but the reasons don't make any sense if you really think about it. You just accept it to be this way, and it goes like this every single time, so it's normal. But the first time that happened, that wasn't normal. That's why I keep on saying that if we got used to the fact that the water could float above the sea, like, and just kind of float in the air, if that happens all the time, you would call that nature too, because we're just used to it, and there'll be, scientists will find reasons for it. but it's still miracles.
Yo, Zajac. That was deep as fuck. Wow. That was actually really deep, bro. Like, that was, like, good stuff. I never heard that before. Like, that's true. But, like, it's been in my subconsciousness. But now it's, like, on my consciousness. I don't know how you say that schnitzel anymore. But, yeah. Forgot English. But, yo, the beard looks good, bro. Beulah looking good. Schwartzberg looking good. Isaac looking like a killer, like always. And who is that? Oh, yeah. The tired dude, Coops. Tired dude, Coops. Coops is tired man. Yo, Coops, how much can you lift now? Have you been working out, like, ever since, like, last time? Can you lift? Bro. Anyways, someone just fell upstairs when I was washing my hair. I don't know what the hell just happened. Hope it's all good. I'm about to go home early. 30 minutes, baby. Você הביתה. אני בטלפון. הולך הביתה. عبد الله كيف حالك حبيبي؟ كيتسو هوليك متلبش
Thanks, Hill.
يلا باي.
So what would I have to say?
What?
I said I passed because you wanted to say something.
Wow. Thank you. It's quite kind. Good stuff being said. Very good stuff. The second thing I wanted to say, thank you, Coops, is from what Abba said. And I know we discussed a lot of this nature and supernatural and miraculous nature and all of that, but you just said something really cool. You said nature is when we accept a miracle. Wow. That's genius. Now I'm thinking what to do with that, really. Because, I mean, I just had a baby. I mean, it's absolutely a miracle. Like you said, the miracle of life. But then, like, how long does it take for it to become not a miracle? You know? Not very long. It's just what do you mean? It's part of the family. You have siblings, whatever. It's just another kid, you know? So that's really crazy how nature really just means a miracle you finally accepted. So what can I do about that? I mean, on the one hand, I could realize them as miracles that I just accepted so that I appreciate them as miracles, and celebrate it as such.
Or you can accept everything as a miracle. Like if I'm looking at this table as a miracle, and as everything as the people I'm talking to as a miracle, and as every incident that happens as a miracle, as something that's beyond my control, in my control, that I could make sense of, that I can choose to make sense of, then I really just control my everything. Because I'm aware. I'm aware of the fact that it's not from me, it's from a higher source. And that all I have to do is just remember that. I mean, if it's natural to have miracles, then what's stopping new things from happening? What's stopping me from breaking my nature? What's stopping me from getting out of myself and being able to do things I've never thought I could do? Everything is miraculous anyway. Me talking right now is as miraculous as me breaking my nature. So why should breaking my nature be so hard for me? That's just in my head. But like, if I just keep remembering that literally my existence is a miracle, my consciousness is a miracle, everything that's flowing through that is a miracle, then every single thing that I do, I can reach a point of like, yeah, I can do that because it's all miraculous. This doesn't make any sense anyway.
Really?
I got nothing. Well, I mean, other than the obvious, which is you were saying how when the miracle of life, and then as time goes on, you forget about it. You don't really forget about it. It just changes from a miracle to nature, which it's not like you can explain it. It's just something that happens. So you're like, okay, you kind of accept it less. Yeah, it changes from a miracle to just something happens. Your baby is born, whatever, after ever long amount of time, and then just goes to just something which happens every day, every second. Passes.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna finish off with exactly what Isaac said, that with the miracle of life in the situation, until it's a point where it's just like 100% normal. Coops, you're still the miracle of life from when you were born. It's just we accepted it to the point where, like, okay, now you're Joseph Cooperman developing into wherever Joseph Cooperman is going to become. So we just, we made that the nature. I had a conversation with my father. We were talking about Yaska, and my father was saying how Yaska has his world and like stuff like that. At first, I thought he was saying that Yaska's crazy. And then he's like, but I used to tap into his world a couple times. He was explaining to me how just like Bahar Sinai, the rocks would talk. Yaska was showing my father how we could still hear the rocks talking, and they were going through it, and it was crazy. And I think that's the world that Yaska lives in, which everyone like admires, where it's like like miracles and nature is all one, and therefore, it doesn't make a difference just because. Hi, Zami. It doesn't make a difference. And I think that's what the life that Yaska lives in, which is amazing, because he finds anything can really happen, and he truly believes it, because just like the fact I'm blinking is normal, then something that doesn't make sense in your mind would also be normal, and it's a cool way of life.
Rami?
Tommy speaking?
Yeah, Zami speaking. Now he is. Is there a timer? Go in there. Nice.
Yeah.
Fine. Thank you for your hospitality. So I'm not sure what the discussion is, but I realized that the more I make decisions in my life, like the more I decide, like this is what I'm doing, and this is how I believe things work with me or for me. For example, like this is how Hashem deals with me, right? I give, he gives. That's just the way I feel that's how it works. And other people have their own opinions. Other people say, no, it has to be like this. You have to be like that. And I find it to be that that's the way Hashem works with them. There's always room to take advice from others, but ultimately I need to be making the decisions. So if I'm not comfortable with my choice, so is it because I'm stubborn and I'm not taking in someone else's account, or I'm saying no, like I believe this is how it works. Like I hear you and I'm going to work with that. Whatever it is, whatever I choose, if I say this is how Hashem works with me, you have to be 100%, do it 100%. But you don't have to take other people's ways of doing it, your own way. Ding.
Hillel.
Yo, what's good, guys? How you doing? Tommy, it's good to see you. Oh my God, I'm on FiveAlive, bro. I never smoked weed, I promise. Yo, this is crazy, man. I love life. Like, fuck everything. God is great. Oh, praise to the Most High, baby. Yo, people are looking at me like I'm crazy, but I don't give a schnitzel because I don't care, bro. Like, life is like temporary. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's once and forever. Like, you just live once, bro. You gotta like take advantage. You gotta do everything and enjoy it while you do it. Anything that it can be. Like Zombie, like you're making videos on WhatsApp. Like I never check WhatsApp status, but like when I see your status, I'm like, yo, what does Zombie have to say? Like I wonder what it's gonna be today. And then like you make it like right on time, and it's like so cool. I know my beanie fell. But yo, I miss Jets. What the hell, bro? Like I'm in life right now, but like I don't care. I'm just going with the flow and stuff. But like I honestly miss Jets. Like I miss the guys, man. But it's good to miss you guys, cause like if I didn't miss you guys, what's the point? You know what I mean? Then I wouldn't miss Jet. Then like bro, what's the point? But yeah, I just got reminded of the Blitz.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm hyped as hell.
Zombie. Your videos are like, how many takes did you have to do till yesterday? Because I see you walked around your block a couple of times. That's what it looks like you're walking. 7. Can't see 6. That makes sense. Zami, you're gonna be able to do it today in the first try. I guarantee you. 5 minutes left. Zami, if you don't post a video every day for the rest of the year, I'm gonna be upset. I want to see a video every single day. You got it? Nice.
Wow. Shkoyach, Reb Zalman, Shkoyach. Yasher Koyach. And Shalom. And Abba. I did not know that your father had interactions with Yaska, because like your father is such like a straight shooter, you know, like, and Yaska is like a complete. So that's really cool that he was saying. First of all, I'm sure he was saying that Yaska's crazy. But while he was saying Yaska's crazy, he was also saying that I joined him there for, you know, small periods of time and managed to join his world. That's beautiful. And Hill, thanks for that positive energy. Really like that. And I love that you said schnitzel. That was really cool. Especially, you know, in Israel, delicious food and all the good stuff. I count your blessings, definitely. Realize the grass is greener in Israel. And yeah, also the positivity that you gave Zami. I felt good. And I don't know if I think Zami was giving a thumbs up and a high five. That's what I think he was doing. A thumbs up and a high five.
6.
Okay, I'm gonna read a little bit if I have any seconds left. No, I don't have enough time to read that one, so I'm not going to. Anyways, shkayach, it's good stuff, and thanks for putting in effort, doing the right things. Shkayach.
So next time replace the other word with falafel. If you know what I mean. Falafel and schnitzel. I liked what we were saying today.
What the?
I think I could learn from it, but I don't think it's gonna take a lot of time for me to like grasp it. And I think it's been taking me time because I learned it a bunch of times, but I think this is like the first time I got it like over the past month. Like got what it's actually trying to say, and I still didn't finish it. I always think like I would want to join Yaska's world, but then that's like, nah, I like my world a little bit. Like slowly I might like integrate a little bit of his craziness, but I like my craziness. The ultimate transcendence of the natural order will occur in the Messianic era. The miraculous revelations of the future will be the result of the preparations as we make now. As we continue to refine the world through natural means, we should bear in mind that the results of our efforts will be beyond whatever we can imagine. Look at the Silas volume 17, pages 92 to 99. I was thinking, like, just like in order to change the world, we need to start from ourselves. Like, if I don't have Mashiach in my life, how would I expect to have Mashiach in the world? But I don't know how to do that. And I feel like, I always think, like, other people have done it. Other people have done it. So, like, what do I need to do it for? Like, you're going to say, like, oh, it needs to have my, like, why?
Zalman?
You guys got to figure out who's next over there.
Shmuley.
You guys are first. Let's do the opposite.
You're a bubblegum.
Let's do the opposite.
Go on. Okay, fine. So, yeah, first of all, Hillel, you legit made my entire day. Like, this is going to last through the day. That was amazing. That energy went flying through the computer. It was amazing. It was good stuff. No, it's not. And, yeah, I don't know. I maxed out with my whole, that's my whole thing. Also, I was actually thinking about what Sean was saying a bit last night. I was going to sleep and I'm like, why is it like that? Like any of my stories can't compare to the stories of like these great legends, right? Where they went through it and whatever and stuff like that. Besides the fact I'm only starting, but I realized, why can't I be that one guy that has no story and still change the world? I went through a like simple, normal path and I just got it. I don't have to go through something super difficult and stuff like that, which is totally normal, you know, because I never heard a story of a person who's like, yeah, so I started from the bottom and I just slowly went up. Like, yeah, hardship there. I don't have some crazy story where like I had to fly here and something massive happened. And, you know, I don't need that story. That story is for someone else. My story could be that I went through my steps and that's the way I got here. And I think that'll be totally normal.
So, תודה רבה, Hilya, for your crazy hummus feedback. It's good to see you. Good to see everyone. I like that, Shalom. Join a little bit of Yaska's world. Make a little reality TV show. But like just like what Yaska's mind, like inside the brain, would look like. It'll be a lot of fun, that's for sure. But I just wanted to continue on what I was saying before. I was saying that if you feel a certain way is the way that Hashem works with you, for example, you do things that don't look normal to others, or you use a lot of money, for example, to buy things, and people say that's not the way you're supposed to do it. If you obviously contemplated it and thought it through, and you came to this decision and realized this is the way that you feel comfortable, you feel like this is the right way, so then do that, but you got to do it 100%. If you feel like this is the way you should be, you know, how much you should be learning or how you should be acting, or of course within the framework of halacha, or you feel like this is the way you should, this is the job you should be doing, this is your purpose in life, and others say no, you have to do this and you have to do that and you have to do like this. Find the way that works for you, that you feel comfortable, that you believe you're doing the right thing, and do it, but do it 100%. Do it all the way, because ultimately Hashem is the one who's providing and creating and guiding and providing. So have a wonderful day.
Hello,
Hello, enjoy your day.
Are we off the line there?
No, that's it. Are you kidding?